All right, Higgy versus 75 hard. I get 75,000 followers. Day 5. Out here rucking with the weighted vest. Snack Team 6. 80 degrees outside. Feels like 88. 86% humidity. It's going to be a fucking sticky one. Went to the gym this morning. Got a solid, heavy upper chest push day. Trying the whole push-pull legs thing. I've never done that style of program. So we're going to give it the old college try. I know I didn't go to college, but we're going to give it the college try. To pick up where I left off, though, so Bedmart. Worked my way up to district manager at 20. I was like in my early 20s, which most of the guys, I managed 11 stores and 22 employees, most of which were all above the age of 50 or 60. And they didn't necessarily love the fact that a guy in his early 20s was their manager. But I just broke up with my girlfriend, and I was like, I need to change. And I was looking at houses on Zillow up in Seattle, because I got family in Seattle. I thought that'd be an easy transition. And as I was scrolling on Zillow, I was like, oh, fuck, they're based in Seattle. Let's just apply there. And I was like, it's a shot in the dark. I got no college degree, criminal record. There's no way that I'm going to get accepted there. Came up for the interview, and lo and behold, I did get the job. And I was fucking shook. I was surprised, but I was stoked. A little scared because I was like, I've never worked a big boy real sales job in a big corporate company other than mattress retail sales. I was like, fuck it, we ball. We're gonna give it a try. Ooh, these two are beefing. They're beefing. Oh shit. That was fucking wild. Start my first day of Zillow, and when I say that I met some of my best friends in the world, some people, guys that I consider brothers there, I mean it. I mean, these guys, I'm still in touch with them. We just had a guys' weekend for the first time in years. But in the lobby, I'm sitting there, and I meet a guy named Kyle, and him and I start chatting it up, realize we're going to be on the same team. Then we saw a guy standing by himself. Went and talked to him. So let's see what this guy's about. Turns out he's going to be the Rev Ops guy for our team. Kind of introverted. His name was Chris. Call him Hummel. We pulled him out of. We made him start coming out with us, and he is still to this day one of my best friends. But yeah, the job. Like I remember the first few weeks, I was like, I don't fucking fit in here. I smoked cigarettes. I was fat. Everyone was in like decent shape and didn't smoke and wasn't as much of a degenerate as me. But Zillow had a very fun culture. It was very party heavy. And we were a new team within Zillow, so we had a very fun culture getting to build this team. And I remember watching my buddy Kyle work. I was like, I got to get that dialed in. But problem is, I bought into the party culture aspect of Zillow, and I didn't take the job seriously. And so, realistically, I should have been fired within a year. But I was there for a year and 9 months. Along the way, on the team, the brothers continued to grow. I mean, these guys are trench guys. They're guys that I would consider brothers that I want in the trenches with me. But I remember just like seeing all of them and going like, how the fuck can these guys party like we do, but then still get their work done? It just was a foreign concept to me. And I remember having those realizations, but I wasn't applying any of it. And lo and behold, eventually I got fired. I got put on a PIP because I would like hit quota 1 month, and then I would miss quota the next month, hit quota 2 months, miss quota, or I'd hit quota with a product that wasn't the main product they wanted us pushing, and they'd change it because Higgy finding loopholes is a problem, I guess. And then I went on, after I got fired, I moved back to Portland, started working for a different tech company, Gartner, and the dudes there also became like brothers. And these guys, I could not understand how they were crushing their quotas and still partying after work, going out, doing fun stuff all the time. It was just such a foreign concept to me, because as soon as I started like buying into that culture, that's what I wanted to do. Like, I'd keep a lid on it. I wouldn't get too wild. There's some nights I got a little too wild, and eventually got fired from that job too. But the moral of the story here is those two jobs kind of set the foundation to where I started really realizing a lot of my bad habits, like how I'd become kind of undisciplined over the years between getting out of jail. I was disciplined like when I first got out of jail, and then when I started having fun, kind of got undisciplined. And so I kind of started coming to the realization that I gotta lock it in. And both when I was at Zillow and at Gartner, there were spurts in there where I started to get locked in, where I'd start going to the gym every day again. I'd start prioritizing my work, and I was showing signs of hope, but I wasn't necessarily paying attention to all the lessons. And then after getting fired the second time, it's kind of bullshit. I got hit quota 136% to goal the first year. Second year, didn't hit it. But we came close, and they still let me go. Honestly, they didn't like us, like me and my partner, because we were not the typical Portlanders, if you catch my drift. But after that, kind of struggle was going back and forth with what I was going to do. I thought about moving to San Diego, thought about moving to Arizona, and I interviewed at some jobs in San Francisco, San Diego, all that. And I ended up taking a pay cut to move to Bend. This is in January of 2020. Took a pay cut to move to Bend, and I'm glad I did because that's where I met my wife. But from there, the story gets even wilder, kind of. So we'll pick back up on that note tomorrow. What's going on, guys and girls? Wrapping up, I think, day 5. Felt good today. Got a super good sweat in, as you guys can see from the video of my ruck with the weighted vest. Shared a little bit more about my journey, what's led me up to today, and kind of getting in the mindset. But yeah, got a good push-pull workout in. The whole losing followers thing is kind of fucking funny. But we're gonna keep grinding it out anyways. I'd say the hardest part of this whole thing is filming it, because it's not natural for me to film, like I've mentioned in other videos. But then also it's just a pain in the ass to constantly I should film this. And I've had some people ask if I would film myself doing some workouts, stuff like that. And it's like I don't like being in the way like that. I don't like causing issues in the gym. I'm sure I could find some stations super early in the morning that I could probably get some shit done in. But yeah, today's gonna be a short video. We're rocking and rolling. It's a little bit later than when I normally film. Today's weigh-in was at 238.2, something like that. So we went up a couple times. I moved the scale yesterday, and I think that's why I got that 235 reading on the last one. But yeah, we're gonna keep rocking and rolling, baby. Let's get it.